That's how easy it is to add a video background to your website using the TLB cloud and using my technique. So let's just do a duplicate here. This is actually the way that a lot of movies are done with green screens and masking. So imagine WordPress on steroids, and that's what TLB Cloud is. Hey guys, this is Marcin Migdal from TheLogicBox.com. You can also find me at marcinmigdal.com. I specialize in business marketing, advertising, communications, and we're a full-service digital marketing agency. In this video, we're going to do some really fun and really cool stuff. It's going to combine a lot of interdisciplinary skill sets. I'm going to add a video background with these clouds, hoping to be moving and behind this sort of towering structure that's on the homepage of the LogicBox. So video marketing is extremely important. That is the sole reason of why you would want to consider having a video background. Over 84% of people out there today are using or browsing. They're going to come to your website. You're going to make sure that you give off the best possible professional stance for anybody who is going to be visiting your website. So that's going to put you ahead of your competition, because your competition is probably not going to be using your video. Again, it all depends on what industry you're in, but I do recommend very highly that you do implement video in your marketing and your branding. We're going to be using Sony Vegas to do that. You can do this with Adobe Premiere. Here's Sony Vegas 13. You can do this with Premiere. You can do this with After Effects. You can do this pretty much anything that you know how to use. The reason I'm going to use Sony Vegas is because it's the quickest. It renders extremely fast. So I'm going to take you through the entire process of conceptualizing, execution, and uploading it to our TLB Cloud CMS software, where this is actually going to work. So it's going to basically look like this page here, where it's automatically going to start playing a video background on the loop, right? So this is what we're going to hopefully accomplish on the homepage. And this piece of software is developed by TheLogicBox. Our company does sell this, so if you want your own turnkey website solution with your own content management system, just give us a shout. Okay, so first things first, we're gonna go open up Vegas and we're gonna create a new video. So we could create it in 4K for the purposes of today, and then we're gonna be using 1080p still. And most devices are still using 1080p. I mean, video background isn't even playing on mobile yet. So that's probably another year and a half, 2 years away. So if you do a video background 1080p, you're still ahead of the game. We're going to create a new document, and we're going to choose 1920 pixels wide by 1080 pixels high, which is 1080p. And now we're going to take this background here. Now you can do this with any background, but we're going to go and grab this background. So we're going to log into our admin and copy the image because I don't know where it is. All right, guys, so I am logged into my admin. Now, this is not WordPress. This is a proprietary content management system that our company sells to anybody who's interested. It combines and eliminates a lot of third-party plugins, and it's not really hackable, unlike WordPress. Imagine WordPress on steroids, and that's what TLB Cloud is. So we're going to go into our corporate pages, and we're going to go find the home page. That is right here. And we're going to go copy this image here, which is going to be 1080 by p. We're going to open up Photoshop, and we're going to paste in a new document. Okay, so this is good. So the reason that it appears bright here and it's dimmed here is because this is a setting inside the settings of the TLB, which is right here. Dim featured background. So we can simply save, and then now it's going to be standard, but it's too bright, as you can see. So we're going to simply dim this again, and we're going to leave it as is. If you're used to WordPress, you're going to find yourself at home if you decide to go and purchase our software to run your website. And as you guys can see, it's a lot easier to use, and everything is actually embedded and built into it. But we're not going to get into that. We're going to get into Photoshop. Okay, so we're not even going to do anything. We're just going to save this as is. And we're going to call it TLB background. Now let's go back into our Vegas now, and we're going to import this image. File, import media, and then we're going to go find TLB image here. Here it is. drag it into our timeline, and there we are. Since this was going to be loaded either off of Vimeo or YouTube, we don't really care how large this file render is going to be. You may want to convert this to a web file and upload it directly on your server, so that way if YouTube or Vimeo isn't loading, people can still access this video background playing right from your server. Of course, the caveat here is that you're going to have enough bandwidth to sustain that from your server. So let's leave this at, what is it, 5 minutes almost? Let's just put this in a nice loop of 1 minute. I don't think anyone's going to sit on the home page for more than that without moving it away. And we're going to render this at 30 frames per second. You can do this slower if you'd like, but we're going to stick with 30 frames because we can use this somewhere else later. All right, so let's name our layer here, background image. Now let's go find a cloud video. I'm going to do this as quickly as I possibly can. So we're just going to go on YouTube and we're going to find the first HD video with moving clouds that we like, but then we're going to add some filters or possibly even change it up. Time lapse clouds. Of course, we don't care for music. This is kind of neat. So if you guys can imagine this, there's various ways to download videos from YouTube. Now, of course, I don't recommend this unless you buy the rights to this. So you may want to go on a website like purchase time-lapse clouds, for example. And I'm sure you're going to find a lot of videos here of stock footage. Remember, we only really want clouds. Here's something, that's actually pretty neat. Almost looks like waves. Well, do your research on the side and decide what you want. What about this one? This is kind of neat. Okay, we're going to go with this one as long as it's HD. So shout out Infinite Quantum here. So there's two ways that we can download a video. One way is a software called 4K Video Downloader, and you can find this in the resources section on TheLogicBox.com. And you basically copy the link from here, and then you paste it in here. And then it's going to parse it and then allow you different options to download it. So let's go and just pick a folder here to download, go back into our Sony Vegas, and we're going to apply a mask. Well, let's first duplicate our track and go into our settings here. And now let's add a mask. Now we're going to draw the mask over just the structure itself. And of course, you can adjust this later. We're just going this really quick. And this will apply to really anything. This is actually the way that a lot of movies are done with green screens and masking. So we're essentially creating our own green screen, except there's not going to be a green screen. There's only just going to play a layer of video behind it. Hollywood would essentially have a big green screen behind the structure. So then they could just apply that without doing any masking. It would just apply that right onto the green. All right, so there's our mask. Let's hide this layer. Okay, so there we go. We're almost done. Are you ready to render? Okay, we're almost there, you guys. This would be the original background. And then this is the mask background. So I recommend name your layers. It's going to make things a lot easier once you have a lot of stuff going. And now let's go find our video, drop it in. Do you want to set your project video settings to match this media? No, I do not, because we are already at 1080p. So now we press play, and we adjust where the video begins because there's an intro here. Okay. Now we're not going to see this text here because it's already covering. Let's just adjust and let's play it. Since full screen doesn't want to work. And there you guys go. So that is a quick tutorial on how to add masking. Now we're almost done here. One extra thing you may want to consider is doing color correction to these clouds here. So let's try and do that, unless there's any other clouds that Okay, this may be a little better cloud here. So we're basically right now just finessing things, duplicate, trying to see which is better here. So there you go, this looks a little better. I wish I saw more clouds here. So we could always just bring it up. Kind of like this. Remember that you have a lot of things to play with. Yeah, so let's just do a duplicate here. We're going to duplicate this layer and just put on the loop here. Because we are only at 19 seconds, so we're just going to do a fade. More softer fade. Even more softer, so it's less noticeable. There you go. You can see that it'd be nice to have some sort of a reflection on that, but that's just getting into too much advanced video editing. So let's add some sort of a filter for these clouds here just to match them. So let's try, we're gonna add some brightness and a color corrected. Let's try a color match as well. Okay, here are our settings. Let's first try brightness. We want it brighter because when we apply the dim effect, the whole thing is going to dim anyway, right? Contrast, maybe, no, actually it looks better. The thing about Sony Vegas, as you can see, is I'm adjusting this stuff in real time. I can't really do this in Premiere and After Effects. And we have a pretty good rig here. This I'm using a 32 gig i7 um, setup here. Okay, I think it looks actually pretty good with the brightness on there, but let's just copy these filters over to this one, and let's save it first. Actually, TLB homepage clouds. Paste these. Okay, so color matches out. Let's do one more thing here. Let's do color correct. Let's see. Okay, brightness looks good. Yes, color corrected looks good. I think we're pretty happy with this. I hope you're happy with what you've got on the screen. Okay, so if I think we're happy, again, if you're not going to be choosing a music background to this, it really doesn't matter. A lot of people don't like music. Our actually website gives us the ability to mute the music. I'm going to show you. So when you insert the video, its option is right here, feature background video, click insert video, and you can actually mute the background video. That's how easy it is on our website to add a video background. So we can pick a track and, let's just do it anyways. Why not? Let's just go crazy. Let me just pick it. I'm going to pause this, pick the music, and then render it. I found where I want the music. Now I'm actually going to duplicate it one more time. I'm going to try and create about a minute. Okay, so here we're going to actually create some audio editing here. So let's go and delete everything that we don't need. So we're going to stop it about here, I would say. Now we can go and delete our old track because we don't need it. Okay, now it's important that when you do your video editing, you end on a similar frame that it would begin on the first frame. So that way, when the video reloops itself, there isn't that much of a sudden jerk. Should be good. You can always fade it out and fade it back in, right? Something like this. Fade out for 1 second. Fade it in for 1 second. Do the same on the layer below. except you can see that. Okay, so we need to move this. Actually, I wouldn't even bother. Just leave everything as it was. Render it out. Render as. And let's upload it. So when we render this out, we're going to render this at 1080p. We have our own setting here, 30 frames per second at 30 kbps. You can actually change this to be a lot lower because it's just a background video. So we can set this at even 10. Get rid of the size. Render. Now it's going to do its thing, depending on the speed of your computer. Once it's completed, upload it to your YouTube or Vimeo. Upload it manually to your website, whether you have WordPress, a custom website, you talk to your developer, or if you're using the TLB Cloud, simply take the embed link, paste it in the field, click submit, and it's going to work. All right, once it's rendered, let's open it up and see what it looks like in full screen. All right, so here it is. Okay. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is we need to and upload the video. You can leave it unlisted because no one is going to need to watch this video. It's just for your background. Okay, so now we're going to go into our logic box and we're going to replace this static image with the video we just uploaded. Take your URL that's right here and copy that, and let's open up our admin section. Now once you're in your admin of the TLB Cloud website management system, simply go into the page that's controlling the home page. It's right here. And we're going to insert the video. We're going to paste the exact URL. Now we're going to leave it unmuted for now just to see what happens. By default, it's in the loop as well. Save, continue, and let's go and save and publish. Now let's preview it and see what happens. It's very soft, very faint, but you guys can hear it, right? So that's how easy it is to add a video background to your website using the TLB Cloud and using my technique that I've just shown you using Sony Vegas. If you're using Adobe Premiere or Adobe After Effects, it's almost identical process. Simply mask out the area that you want to see and then drop the video in behind underneath that layer in the timeline. If you have any questions, feel free to find me at marcinmigdal.com. I can answer any questions. I also have my own tutorials and videos on my website there. If you're interested in purchasing this website, CMS or any other platforms, if you have custom development requirements, my partners at TheLogicBox can certainly help you out. If you want to take away the music, simply go in your insert video and mute this. Then when you save it and reload it, it will be mute. It's as simple as that. Once again, this is Marcin from TheLogicBox. We're a full-service digital marketing agency. If you have questions for myself or any of the staff who wish to purchase any of the services that we do provide, then you are welcome to visit TheLogicBox.com and request your free quote. If you like any of the templates that are available on the website, simply click Buy and Customize, and you'll be taken to the next steps. Thank you very much. And you can find me at marcinmigdal.com, where I can answer any of your questions. Please make sure you tune into other videos. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.